All right, it looks like nobody is showing up tonight, which is fine because this was optional. And I will try to address the things that I've noticed and seen. If somebody does come on and we're able to have some questions answered, that'd be great. What I'm very happy to report is that only 3 people have left to um, submit the final assignment. I do have leeway on all the other assignments. I can give you a couple extra days, but the final is the only one I cannot. So whoever does not turn that in by Friday at midnight, which is tomorrow, uh, you will lose. You have a potential of losing an entire letter grade. So make sure that you get that turned in. Those last 3 people need to turn that in. I have been emailing everybody every day, giving kind of a running count as to uh, how many of those have been turned in, and I've been very pleased. Just the last couple of days, there have been easily 40 assignments that have been turned in, which I really appreciate you guys getting those things done. And there have been a couple of people who have made arrangements for late work, and that's absolutely great as well. So I did notice one issue that I wanted to, well, 2 things that I wanted to point out. One is if you submit video files, or pretty much, I don't know, it seems to be almost entirely with video files, but other files have occasional issues as well. If you submit video files via phone, it locks it so that I cannot access it. And I don't know why. If that works on other classes that you have, that's great. But if the access is locked, I can't see the assignment, so I can't give you a grade. When you turn in a video assignment, make sure that you have put that through a a file processor or something like that to make sure that it's either a WAV, an MOV, or an MP4 file. That way I can access it through the Canvas system. Any other thing and it won't work. People have tried doing it through Google Files, and that does not seem to work unless you're using Google Files just to transport the file instead of that's what you recorded in. Then it just transports a file and it's great. You can also send me a link to if you put it up on Vimeo or YouTube yourself, and with that link, then I can look at it. But again, if the file is locked or I can't get access to it, I can't see it, and I can't grade it. So the people that have done that, I've sent them a note, and hopefully they'll take care of that really very quickly. And again, so let's see, is that both the things? Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention too is please remember that Canvas is not letting me know when you have added something to a discussion. And I got an email earlier today from somebody who said, I added stuff to all the discussions. Well, that doesn't help. Or to some of the discussions. That doesn't really help. What I need you to do is when you add something to a discussion, tell me which discussion it is so I can go and check it. We've talked about this a few times in the class. And if you've watched all the videos for the class, then you've sat through that a couple times. Make sure that you let me know when you add a comment or something to a discussion, or add a comment to one of the submissions that you've already made. Canvas does not tell me when people have made the comments. Again, I don't know what's going on. I've talked to tech guys. We're trying to get it figured out. When you add something to a comment, add something to a discussion, when you email me to tell me that, tell me which discussion you added it to or which assignment you added the comment to. That way I can go and see it. Otherwise, I have to go through absolutely every single assignment, and it takes long enough that I don't know if I'd be able to do that before the end of the term. So please make sure, again, when you add a comment or add to a discussion, you email me and tell me which assignment you added the comment to or which discussion you added to, and then I can go and take care of it pretty quickly. So those are the 2 things that I've noticed. But I want to make sure that you guys get the best grade that you possibly can. So a couple of things to do. One, really simple thing, go through and watch all the attendance videos, get that taken care of. Another thing, just make sure that you submitted everything. There have been a couple times where people submit the wrong assignment and have forgotten to go back and submit the correct assignment. There's also been a couple times when I have graded the wrong assignment, where I thought I was doing one thing and I've given you a bad grade because I thought the assignment was something different. Thankfully, in this class, people emailed me right away and let me know, hey, I don't understand what this grade is because I did everything with the assignment, and then I was able to go and take care of it. So, and thankfully, everybody was really cool about that. I really appreciate that. So make sure that everything is submitted as well. So those two things: one, watch all the attendance videos, and two, and add the things that you learned or saw in those videos, and two, make sure that everything that you've submitted is submitted to the correct assignment. Also, make sure that everything that you've done has been submitted. Double check, look on the grading page that shows your grade for this class, and you can see if the assignments are missing or not, and you can see what grade you get. And that should tell you also what grade you have in the class. Go through and take care of that. I have tried to make sure that everything is graded. Right now, you'll see if something has not been turned in, there's a 0 by it. And if it has been turned in, then you have a number other than 0. The only exception to that is the final. And the final, like I said, there's only 3 people that still need to turn in the final. And I will grade that just as soon as I see it. Another thing that I want to remind everybody of, and this was particularly helpful during the annotated bibliography. If you were one of the people that did artist research and did the annotated bibliography, a lot of the times people would submit files that are older. For whatever reason, the work it submits the wrong age of the file, so double check that. But when I would write and say, oh, we need to add this phrase on, or it needs to be alphabetical, what I'm really happy to see is that almost everybody has immediately gone through, made the changes, and resubmitted. And that's exactly what we need. I don't mind if you have to resubmit it 3 times, and a couple people actually have. I don't mind going through and double checking, making sure that everything is correctly done. I think, yeah, there was one person that had to submit 3 times, and or maybe it was a little bit more than that. And one of the reasons was one of those submissions was accidentally an older file. So, but there's no problem at all. I'll make a comment, go back, resubmit it, take care of it. If any of your assignments don't have the score that you want, go back and see the comments I made about it. Because every time that I take off points, I would make a comment and describe why. Sometimes it's because the assignment wasn't met, and sometimes it was because things weren't, either it was an older picture, the wrong submission, or wasn't quite what we had talked about in the class. So make those changes. You still have until tomorrow at midnight. If you need more time, let me know. I think Canvas shuts down tomorrow at midnight. So if you still have assignments that you need to turn in, and there's a few of you that do, I would recommend tonight or tomorrow taking a screenshot of those assignment descriptions. And then after tomorrow at midnight, you can email me the assignment. If you're going to do that, just make sure that you tell me exactly what the assignment you're submitting is for. And then I can make sure and give you the grade to the right assignment. So make sure and take care of that. So that's another thing, making sure that you turn in all your work. There have been a couple of people that have not turned in a lot of stuff during the semester, that this last week and a half have turned in quite a bit. And that's exciting, because that means you realized, oh yeah, I finished that already, let me turn it in. And I think I told you before about one person who went from a D+ and then a week and a half later had an A- because he managed to turn in everything that he had finished. So make sure you get that taken care of. All right. Now, it does not look, this is a really, really short meeting, because I was hoping to answer any questions that people had. It doesn't look like we have any questions from people, and the ones that I got on email, I've already addressed. So again, this particular video, go ahead and watch it if you'd like. It is not Well, if you got it to this point, that means you probably have watched it. But this is not an assignment to watch this. You don't get attendance points for it. This is just as a reminder to finish your final and what you can do to improve your score. And one last call out, about 2/3 of you have done the student rating of instructors. If you do that and turn it in before tomorrow at midnight, you get an extra 2% added to your overall grade, which is like almost a whole half grade. So that can really help quite a bit. If you do have any questions and you weren't able to make tonight, please email me right away and I'll respond as soon as I can. I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful rest of finals week. It's been fun to have you guys in the class, and it's really great to see everything that what people have produced. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your summer, and see you at school again in a week or two.